homies? Welcome back to the Willoughby Experience outside of Stonecrest Mall. Seriously though, welcome back. Thank y'all for that have been keeping up with the series. Thank you for all the listeners of the High Rollers. I know YouTube is not our audience for the High Rollers, but anyone that because I know Spotify and SoundCloud and basically anywhere else where you would listen to podcasts is our main. That's most of our listeners, but it's out there on the channel. What do you listen to? Talking all that Apple stuff. Talking everything, and we're gonna be getting more into that in another episode coming up soon. But seriously, love doing it. It's a big way of connecting with a lot of other enthusiasts. So, if that interests you, where you just like hearing conversations about the craft, the hobby, people's top 10s, hot takes, stuff like that, just all that nerdy stuff of the hobby, go ahead and give it a listen. But right now, we are doing here in Planet Coaster, which the more I'm playing, the more, even if we do just stay as a low-key kind of amateur Planet Coaster creator, this might just have to be, I'm gonna have to really play this game. Now, I will have to take a break, like I said episodes ago, earlier in the series. I will have to eventually take a break. But at the time being, this has been, I've been loving it. But also, I've been loving kind of trying to stretch how far I can go myself. Really pushing and see how I can come up with things creatively to make sense with these, like, the plausible, realistic way we're building here. But Cosmic Cowland has been a bit of a breather because I've been able to just kind of go a lot of wood, a lot of colors. Obviously, it's all still having a theme with Cosmic Cow, but it's stuff I'm more familiar with, besides the bricks and the very modern look that we have going on through all here. But after I finish up this, because this time lapse here should be just everything with Cosmic Cow, because that was the last, or Cosmic Cow, the Rough Rider, the GCI we got here. But I can't wait to truly make a big, roaring GCI layout, I'm not gonna lie. But for what this is, I think it's going to be fine. Now, I haven't really seen them do airtime hills like the way that they do them on this ride, but I feel like the park said, hey, we need some generic airtime, and we're not going to have too many coasters. Max 6, maybe 7, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the limit. And there would have to be some special occasions, like they can't be too big or too small. Like, they can be small, actually. They can be very small. The better the gimmick, honestly, probably the more likely they would be able to build it. But yeah, they want to make the most out of a little, and also keep that quality. Because I know the more you add, the more maintenance and everything. Which I know I was touching on in the last episode, but yeah, I do wish the management was a tad bit better. I do like, so I don't mind having to go ahead and play shifts and stuff. That stuff's cool. You know, I just wish, they had more with your workers. Like, they would explain, like, hey, I have some stuff going on and all this. And now I do know I could probably make them happier if I didn't have them working 12 hours a day. But I'm at the service level right now where I'm just getting into the shifts and stuff and seeing how they react to certain things. But realistically, I will probably make it to where it is regular 8-hour shifts, and then have some supervisors, basically higher ups, that will be working like those 10 hours, but getting paid a bit better. I wish I could fine tune the money a bit more. I know you can with shops and stuff if you put in custom, but I wish I could do that with the pay as well. I wish I could really do that. I also wish I could train again, because then that would also, it would truly feel like you have a supervisor or like a team lead that would deserve to be paid more. But at the time being, you just, you know, everyone gets paid the same. There's no hierarchy. No one can show that they're more skilled than someone else or be more efficient. Which honestly, I think is a miss. I think they could bring that back. That would be nice if they could. But I'm excited to finally get the back end and show y'all how that is going, because from looking at it briefly again, it's like a little precursor of what Willoughby World is going to be. Those very known American asphalt, like American amusement park asphalt plazas with stalls and a random big building with then coasters wrapped around everything, coasters and flats. Yeah, I can't wait. I also went through and basically fixed the baking offset on all the rides. I think I went over this a few episodes ago, but most baking offset 3 for most, and then for wooden coasters 2. But yeah, you could probably get away with 1 on wooden coasters sometimes too, depending on what it is. But from what I've noticed with the pre-cut tracks and even the newer GCIs, 2 is generally where you want to go. But here we just are finalizing stuff here, and I actually like what I end up doing, because I'm like, I need a bit more color to pop. But the resort light boxes are very nice, and sorry for that little blackout there. But the resort light boxes are very nice, and I don't think I ended up showing y'all the station for that, like building of that station. But I ended up adding a pretty nasty looking like cover. So yeah, I really like how Street Racer ended up turning out. That queue would give me nightmares, even though it's not even that bad. I mean, it could get bad, right? Real life, but when it's full, it's still like it's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So it's like not the worst queue at all, but like the way that it's cattle pin is just the memories of being in stuff like Maverick, Fahrenheit, just those low capacity rides. And here's where these light boxes really brought Cosmic Cow Land to life. I almost kind of want to put these just around the area now that I'm looking back. But I don't want to overdo it either, because they are pretty out there. So now we're just getting started with the queue covering here. It's gonna be a simple wooden queue covering. I was like, you know, I need to actually start doing those, especially for our main attractions, because I know parks be saying screw you when it comes to sun, but not every park, right? And I do think that in general it is nice. Like I added it for the drop tower, because I actually added the drop tower back in the back end, and all the coasters for the most part have it. I need to add it a bit for the kiddie ride, but just small little canopies, really, like pockets, right? They give people like breathers a lot of times. But I'm not gonna lie, when I do go to these parks, a lot of these flat rides will not have coverings either. I know the SNS coasters gonna be the SNS Screamin' Swings. I'm pretty sure most of them have you in like a cage or something close to that. At least a lot of them do. Tidal Surge does. SeaWorld San Antonio, Serengeti Flyer at Busch Gardens Tampa, and now honestly, now I'm thinking about it, it could just be the United Parks and Resorts parks that have those. Because I'm trying to think, like, no, Dollywood, no, Finnegan's Flyer has it too, or not Finnegan's Flyer, whatever. I forget what it's called there at Dollywood, but that one I think has that cage too, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna add that in this park. I really wish some of the flat rides were scalable. That would be amazing. Because there's different sizes for like the Screamin' Swings, for Intamin Drop Towers, like all of that. There's different sizes. So that would be awesome to have that again. I know in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 you're able to have variable size, like build literally to whatever height you wanted. If you wanted like a 50-foot drop tower, that's cool. If you wanted a 700-foot drop tower, you could do that too. Like, no one's probably gonna ride it, but you can do it. So yeah, these light boxes you can see really bring in like kind of ice cream, kind of Wonderland. I get kind of a Candyland vibes when I was saying. And honestly, with the game's color palette, I might have to go with that at some point, if not fully, then a land. Because that seems kind of fun actually. Just go full on that. Now I don't know what kind of candy we would be doing, right? I don't remember if they had a candy IP in the last game, like a candy shop or something. I feel like they did. I just can't remember it, but as you can see right now, I'm just going with the simple stuff. Like they'll have probably some. They probably would have some sort of like pre-roll thing that they have in the queue for this whole thing, like Cosmic Cow Rough Rider. You know, like be careful out there. Make sure to put on your restraints and keep your hands inside the cart. You know, all that stuff. Right? So that's what we did that there. And now, honestly, I'm not even. I'm pretty sure we just get on with. What do we get on with? I don't. But generally, guys, hope you guys have been doing well with. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just scenery and stuff. That's what I thought. Like, I have a lot of these random pauses. Please forgive me, but. Hopefully y'all have been well. Hopefully y'all have a cozy Thanksgiving coming on up. Because I know these two should be out by the time Thanksgiving is out. So maybe there might be another one on Thanksgiving. Who knows? But we shall see. But I'm just doing the queue coverings here. So I'm like, they don't look bad that way, right? But I was thinking Cosmic Cow would definitely have put some money into making this whole area look quite nice compared to the rest of the park. So, on doing that, they're gonna also have every little inch be covered, at least look and coherent with its style throughout. But otherwise, like I have my gripes with the management and just playing the game and want there to be additions to things, but all in all, I do think the life feels great. I was just being silly and just sitting in the queue waiting for one of the rides, like as if I were waiting in real life. And with the day cycle, it has its pros and cons because I said before, like, it really does mess up the prestige system right now and makes things age and date way too fast. But all things considered, there, when you are actually just looking at the park like a model or just as if you're trying to live in the park, simulate that, it's kind of crazy how immersive that is. Just hearing the rides, the little sounds of all the mechanisms of the flat rides, the LSMs. I do think the LSMs sound kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. But everything else considered is just awesome. Like how the coasters fly by within. I don't know if they did spatial audio or something, but in general, it is. Yeah, living in a park is awesome in this game. The lighting, the sound, incredible. So, we're just finishing up the queue here. And then after this, really, it's just doing the final little terrain and scenery. And Cosmic Cow is done. And I am pretty sure after one more, we will actually see and get to a walk through the park right before it opens. And then obviously some time lapses will show some of the park running, some are going through, but yeah, right now I'm pretty satisfied. Oh yeah, we actually do Manic Mouse's station. So that's the wild mouse, or the spinning wild mouse we have. It's actually not spinning. It's not a wild mouse per se. But it is a spinning coaster. Yeah, we're just doing some of the terrain here. Some of the rocks they had to get through to do this layout. And the rock terrains are very nice. The scale, I didn't even need to mess with the scaling because there are just so many other rocks to mess with. There used to be only like kind of 9, depending on the type in each one. And even then, there was like barely any really big ones. There would be like 4 to 5 big ones, and then like the rest were just tiny, just small. So the fact you have so many here and you can rescale a lot of them, or excuse me, all of them. No, it's not. You can rescale all of them. It's awesome. The rocks are great in this game. Just the scenery, if you have any question in this game, is just better than. I can't speak for Planet Zoo, right? But for Planet Coaster 1, yes. In building, in foliage, and the props, like, I feel like people that got used to finagling in the last game are going to excel so hard in this game. But, Planet Coaster. Talking about Planet Coaster 1 now. Manic Mouse, the spinning wild mouse. That is, yeah, that's a simple station. I'll just go with like some simple circles, almost like a bullseye. It looks like it's almost like there's kind of days, like they're kind of going insane. But yeah, that's the part of the park where it will get prettier later, but it is one of the newest parts of the park. So that on top of Cosmic Cow Rough Rider, so it's going to definitely get kind of that look of like, hey, we just finished this. Please give us that, and I can't wait to actually support it. I might try to just put some metal girders or something in place right now, because I kind of can't take it as I'm building more in the park. But coaster supports in the next update can't come soon enough. And like I said, I really would love to open up the go-kart part. The go-kart park. Jesus. Kind of a hard thing to say, really. Go-kart park, yeah. I'm trying to open that, but having the lapping operation be buggy right now and only lap once, it's just makes me want to just hold off, which honestly might work out. I'm just gonna say that's a thing, because like I said, opening day woes with how the game works in the day cycle. You're literally playing a day for like 3 hours. So the whole first day when I'm having everything open, like the park's running fine. Granted, it was raining, so I had a false sense of what the park would actually bring, especially once I started adding stuff to the back end and opening it. But yeah, that first day, the Zero Kiddie Coaster was giving us some issues because I was trying to figure out what was happening with the lapping feature. Then I forgot about it with the go-karts, or I didn't realize that it was going to be a thing for also the go-karts. I actually thought it was something that I did building the Zero Kiddie Coaster. Like I thought, oh, maybe I just blocked the station or didn't block it or whatever. Nope, that's when I found out. It was when I built the go-karts. But yeah, this is just simple here, very stylish, very almost kind of like, I almost kind of wanted to be like more colorful, more a different color palette Smiler in a sense, in a light way. But oh no, now looking back, I need another bullseye inside there. Got the corrugated roof, and we put the 3D lettering of Manic Mouse to finish it up. But yeah, like I said, everything is coming together. Thank y'all for tuning in. Can't wait for y'all to see the walkthrough and then how I've been playing. Can't wait for y'all to see the back end now. Man, I've been addicted. But happy holidays, everyone. Make sure to check out the Hat Rollers, the podcast. If you're going anywhere for that, to be satiated for your drive or your travel, your flights. If you're in the hobby, at least. If you're into coaster enthusiasm. But just doing some final rock work here. Y'all, make sure to give the video a like. I remember this time. Don't subscribe to the video. You can't do that. But make sure to give the channel a subscription if you want to see more of this stuff. Really appreciate it. But y'all, we're about to end up here, so just doing some final fencing, some final rock work, And then next episode, it should be the last time lapse of everything, the final little things, backstage areas, like actually making those, which we need a bit more clutter. It's a bit more clutter, but y'all, catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.